We're back with another series. This time I will be going over how to find a safe restaurant to eat at while you have celiac disease. I know this can be challenging, so I'm going to go through some resources to find a safe restaurant to eat at. The first tip is I love getting recommendations from other people with celiac disease. So my favorite thing is following either like local creators or if you're traveling somewhere, find some people on Instagram that also have celiac, and there's some great recommendations for restaurants on there. And it's honestly just a fun way to find new restaurants that you might not have heard of as well. Second tip is to download some apps. There are so many apps out there nowadays that give you great gluten-free recommendations. These can be super helpful, but I will say be careful and definitely read the reviews on them because there are people with a wide range of gluten intolerance or celiac disease. So read through the reviews to make sure that it's celiac safe. The next tip is the National Celiac Association Restaurant Finder. You can find this on our website. I'd recommend checking it out. There's some great recommendations on there. So it's super important to ask questions both before you get to the restaurant and once you arrive there. So I usually adjust my questions on what type of food I'm getting and what's at the restaurant, but here are some of my go-tos. If you're looking for fried food like French fries or even tortilla chips for nachos, ask about their fryer. Do they have a dedicated fryer that's gluten-free, or do they cook all of their fried food together? It's really important that for celiac, you need a dedicated and separate fryer that is just gluten-free food in there, so there's no cross-contact. Going off of that last point, ask what protocols they have in place to avoid cross-contact. So do they have separate utensils, cutting boards? Is their cooking surface clean? Just really make sure that there's no cross-contact from gluten. Next tip, sometimes I just ask them what they feel comfortable making gluten-free and that's safe for celiac. This really gives you an inside look into how comfortable they are with their cross-contact process. Tip number 4, definitely ask if their sauces and dressings are gluten-free. These can be really sneaky sometimes, you'd be surprised. If you're ordering gluten-free pasta or even steamed vegetables, make sure they're using fresh water and not using old pasta water that had gluten in it. Lastly, I just recommend being honest and upfront with your server about what you need, and remember to stand up for yourself. I really hope these tips were helpful. Let us know if you have any questions. We are here to help.